All right, good morning. You just got a little sneak preview of the notes that we're about to take, but before we get into that, let's go ahead and read today's objective. I'm going to read it, and then I'd like you to underline as I go a few things that stand out to you as being important. So students will be able to choose the correct verb based on a given noun/pronoun by identifying the pronoun and labeling it as singular or plural. Take about 15 seconds right now and underline any important words that you see in there. When you come back, when you hit play back on the video, it'll have some underlined. All right, so you'll notice that I underlined verb, identifying, labeling, singular, or plural. And the reason I underlined verb is that's what we're going to be choosing. The reason I underlined identifying is because that's going to be one of our steps, identify the pronoun, and also label it singular and plural. We worked on that yesterday. This is sort of just building off of yesterday, and we're going to take it even further tomorrow. You can think about this as sort of a free throw. Yesterday was a layup, and later in the month, we're going to start working on three-pointers and half-court shots. So just that build-up. So it's really important that we nail it down now, so when we get to those harder ones in a few weeks, we are ready to roll. All right, so you'll see down here that it says perfect example. We're going to go through an example now. I'm going to go through the steps. As I go through the steps, you'll notice I'm checking them off. I'd like you, as you go through your practice problems today, to actually go ahead and go through the steps one by one and really work through it. So the perfect example. Step 1. Read the sentence. Simple enough. Each person in the room is or are going to have a great centers time. So by the end of this example, I'm going to have to choose one of those two verbs. So I've read the sentence, check. Circle the pronoun. We know a pronoun replaces a noun. And the pronoun in this is each. Because rather than saying every student's name in Lincoln, Vandy, or Colby, I can just say each person or each student in the room is going to have a great centers time. So I read the sentence, I circled the pronoun. And now my next step is label the pronoun singular or plural. So I ask myself, does each refer to one or does each refer to more than one? And even though I'm talking about all the students in the class, I'm actually saying each individual person, each one of you, every single person, each person is going to have a great centers time. So I know that each, in this instance, is singular. And when I have a singular verb, or a singular pronoun, the verb is then going to be singular. So I just labeled that. So now I need to choose the correct verb based on singular or plural. And that is going to be, go ahead and circle, what do you think? Each person is going to have a great centers time. So that's how you do it. Check off all 4 steps. And down here you'll see some other tips. So if you're stuck, you can always replace the noun with one of the same forms. So let's say I'm not sure if each is singular or plural. I'm going to replace it with a pronoun I know is singular, like he. He is going to have a great centers time. So I know that each and he are both singular. That way it's going to be is. I can also read the sentence out loud to myself. Each person in the room is going to have a great centers time, or each person in the room are going to have a great centers time. And you can tell just by sort of hearing it out loud which one makes the best sense. So if you ever get stuck, you can come on down here to other tips, and you have some clues in case steps 1 through 4 don't work. All right, so what we're going to do next is I'd like you to take 30 seconds, just a quick review from yesterday, and you're going to match the definition to the word by drawing lines. So plural, which one does it match on the right? Singular, which one does it match? Take about 30 seconds. Do that now. Go ahead and double check your answers. Pretty straightforward. You had 3 of them. Plural, meaning more than one. Singular refers to one. And pronoun, we just talked about a word that replaces a noun. All right, next, what you're going to do, I'd like you to circle the word sort. Down here it says, sort the pronouns into boxes. Are they singular or plural? give this one your best try. Make sure you're doing it in pencil. Some of these are tricky. We're going to go over the first two together, and then I'm going to let you finish the rest on your own and double check your answers. So one hint I'm going to give you is that when you're looking at words like these, everything, someone, themselves, when you're looking at words that combine more than one, so every is one word, thing is the other word that's combined, look at the second word in this to see if it is singular or plural. So now you would ask yourself, is everything, is thing singular or plural? Look at that thing. I might be talking about a singular desk, so I know that everything is singular. I'm not going to write singular, I'm going to write everything. And the other trick that you can do for something like every is, you're actually saying, in short, you're saying every individual thing, or every individual body, rather than everybody. All right, so think about individual meaning one, so that's going to be singular. Again, someone, we know the word one is singular, so I'm going to put that down here. And then I'll do the next one with you. We can look at selves. Selves is plural, the singular would be self, so themselves is going to be plural. Go ahead and complete the next 5 on your own, putting them into the proper boxes, and you can check your answers back here when you're finished. Take about 1 minute to do that. All right, we're back. So this one was a pretty lopsided one. We had a lot of singular. Whoops, sorry. We had a lot of singular, not a lot of plural over here. But you'll notice that what I said a second ago, thinking about that second part, we have no thing, so not one thing. We have not one body, and we have any one body. And so in that way, you have singular nouns at the end of these words. That allowed you to make them singular pronouns. What I'd like you to do next, I'm going to clear this screen. I'd like you to start working through here, all right? So you have plural or singular in this first section. You're just going to read the sentence below. You're going to circle the pronoun and label it as singular or plural. For instance, I'll do the first one. Everybody in the cheerleading squad took her gym bag with her to the game. There's actually 3 pronouns in this one. I'm going to circle all of them. So everybody is one, her is another one, and her is the last one. And if you have a sentence that has the right pronouns throughout, all the pronouns are going to be the same. They might be singular or they might be plural. And in this instance, we know that her is singular. We know that everybody is singular. So I would write that here. All right. Go ahead and complete A through F. Take about 2 minutes to do that. And when you're done, you're going to come down to this next section. I'm going to do the first one with you. Practice a little more. Underline the pronoun and choose the correct verb. So most of the library books have been returned. This one's a tricky one, but you would say most is the pronoun. Think about like all of the library books. And most is plural because it's referring to more than one book. So most of the library books have been returned. All of the library books have returned. 100 library books have been returned. See what I did? I just replaced the pronoun with a number, either 1 or a number that's greater than 1, to see if it's going to be plural or singular when it comes to that verb. All right? So go ahead, finish this page. And I'd like you, if you finish early, you're still in your center, the 20 minutes isn't up, to go on to No Red Ink and complete 1.8 pronoun practice. All right? You can go ahead and start working now. Thank you. And make sure that you're working silently. This is centers time. We have some BYOC points at risk here. 10 whole points for a perfect centers, or a perfect center. That's up to 40 points in one day. So pretty cool opportunity here. Go ahead, get focused, get working. Thank you.